everyone, this is James Braithwaite, again at Yorkville Physiotherapy, and today we're going to talk about posture. Posture. I love posture, and I'm excited to talk about it today. This video was inspired by a patient of mine, Cabby, and I'm going to throw a shout out to Cabby right now. Hi Cabby, how you doing? I hope you're practicing all the cues and tricks that we talked about recently, and thank you for inspiring this video. So, with that shout out done, let's talk about it. Posture. Why do I love it so much? I love it, A, because yes, it is important for health. It's important to be preventative against musculoskeletal pain and movement pattern problems and stiffness and all that stuff. You have to have good posture to have good musculoskeletal health. More importantly, sometimes I think is that posture gives us a fantastic presentation when we focus on it. It's the difference in meeting someone between this, hi there, I'm James Braithwaite, and hi there, I'm James Braithwaite, right? It's the presentation that you give to the world when you're here versus here. And that has it has a massive psychological effect on the people that you interact with, and one that I think is hugely underappreciated, and that if we just focused on a little bit more, and for the people who do focus on it, can make big differences in your interpersonal relationships. So there's my soapbox speech. So what will we talk about when we talk about good, solid, basic postural cues? For me, there's really three that I think of a lot. And we'll just introduce them in this order. The first is the shoulder blade tuck or scoop, and you've heard me talk about this so many times in the videos that we've done, haven't we? That tucking that bottom tip of your shoulder blade into your body. Often when we think about posture, we think about this sort of military style, right, rank and file type posture. That is not what we're going for. It's much more subtle than that. Try this one for your shoulder. Actually, the shoulder girdle, don't think about it as just being this little piece of the shoulder. It's the whole quadrant, this sort of upper fourth of our body here. Think of finding that tip of your shoulder blade. Find it with your finger, poke in and around there, find it. There's mine. And I'm just going to scoop it and tuck it into my body. I want it to move this way, ever so subtly. This way, just like that. It's not going into my body and retracting, it's just going into my body. So it's more a rotary movement than it is a rotary and retraction movement. So just bear that in mind. It's a lot more subtle than this sort of thing. It's just this sort of thing. If you can practice that in a mirror at home, by all means do. Part and parcel with that, though, goes the chin tuck, right? So if you are starting like this and you do part A, your shoulder blade scoop, you have to add in part B, which is your chin tuck. So you scoop and tuck, and all of a sudden, boom, along with that comes that nice high chest. Sometimes if you're a yoga type person, yoga teachers will cue that. Imagine that there's a string coming out of your chest and someone's sort of lifting it up, right? The high chest comes automatically, though, if you throw in your shoulder blade scoop and your chin tuck. And you know what I do, and this tells you what kind of a narcissist I am. When I walk down the street, I'll often just check the storefront windows that I'm walking by, and I'll just take a look at how's my posture doing right now. Do I have my shoulder blade scoop? Do I have my chin tuck? And I'll throw in that extra little bit of chin tuck as you walk. And in fact, if you ever see me in the street, say hi first of all, and then just watch me subtly, because I'll often be pulling one of, like this, I'll tuck that chin in, and so you know I'm checking myself out in the mirror or the window as I go by. Shame on me, but I do it. The next thing I'll sort of talk to you about, though, is the only danger we run into when we throw down those cues, the shoulder blade scoop, chin tuck, and the high chest that comes along with it, is we run the risk of going into this sort of lumbar extension, this low back extension, bending backwards, which we don't want to do. We don't want to be this person right here. We want to be this person right here, right? And the way that you correct that for that extension is by tucking in the ribs as well. So you get your shoulder blade scoop, you get your chin tuck, and then just check your ribs, tuck those in to your body again as well. And if you can get those cues down, you'll be You'll be rocking your posture as you walk down the street. You'll present yourself well when you meet people. You'll feel good about yourself. Look at people who hold these types of postures. They're the ones who you subconsciously think, wow, that looks like an effective person. That looks like a confident person. Do it yourself and do it for a week and notice the difference that it makes. It feels goofy when you first put it on. Don't worry, it only feels goofy to you because it's not your normal. No one else thinks it looks goofy. They only subconsciously think that person has good posture. Get past the goofiness, try it for a week, be disciplined, correct yourself through the day, and notice the difference that it makes in the way that you interact with people. Try it, it's fun.